whoever wrote this article or wherever this came from, they have very little understanding of how Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin or anything like that works. Hey everyone, want to make another video today to help clear up some of the fake news. So straight to the point here, lots of cryptocurrency websites recently, their fake news is just about as bad as like the regular mainstream media. So like I guess the good part about that is that cryptocurrency is being big enough that fake news is as prevalent as it is in the rest of the world, the mainstream media. One horrible example of fake news here is this cryptobriefing.com. I don't know if they were the source of this article, but I've had a number of people email me links to like articles with the same sort of headline. It says, Roger Ver stopped mining Bitcoin Cash after the halving. Like, what a bunch of nonsense, just absolutely false right off the bat. It's fake news right there to begin with, but let's go over it and debunk point by point. And I've only read the headline, so it's my first time to go through the article, so you'll get my, my direct reaction as it happens. It says, Roger Ver reconsiders mining the Bitcoin Cash, the very coin he's pushed since its fork from Bitcoin 2017. So first of all, I haven't reconsidered anything about mining Bitcoin Cash. Second of all, I haven't been promoting it since the initial fork. I was late to the party when it came to Bitcoin Cash. I still had hope that Bitcoin BTC could become money for the entire world. When a bunch of idiots successfully managed to stop the increasing of Bitcoin's block size from 1 megabyte to 2 megabyte, it no longer seemed to me that Bitcoin was the best tool that the world had to bring more economic freedom to the entire world. So I looked around and thought, what's the next best option there? What option do we have here in the cryptocurrency ecosystem to bring more economic freedom to the world? It was a close choice between Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash. Eventually I went with Bitcoin Cash. I hold plenty of Ethereum. I love Ethereum. Ethereum's doing an awesome job. I think Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash are the front runners as far as being able to build tools to bring more economic freedom to the entire world. So anyhow, I wasn't supporting Bitcoin Cash from the beginning anyhow. I probably didn't get involved until, I'd have to check the exact dates, but maybe 6 months later. 6 months later I got involved there. So anyhow, key takeaways. Roger Ver almost entirely drops out of Bitcoin Cash mining with his pool btc.com. I don't even own btc.com. I have nothing to do with btc.com. btc.com is not my company. I don't know the people that are working there. I'm not involved with them in any way whatsoever. So if btc.com's hash rate dropped by 92%, that's on btc.com. That has nothing to do with bitcoin.com. So it says now Bitmain operated btc.com. So this first line is contradictory with the second line. So I think Bitmain is the owner of btc.com, was able to capture more than 51% of the network's blocks, exposing BCH to a 51% attack. So yeah, that's bad if one mining pool has more than 51% of the hash rate. But at the same time, Bitmain's one of the biggest promoters of Bitcoin Cash, one of the biggest holders in the entire world. So obviously they're not going to do anything to attack Bitcoin Cash, but it would be nice to see some more of that hash rate spread out across different pools there. So it says, other mining pools followed suit, leaving Bitcoin Cash's mining network security at multi-year lows relative to Bitcoin. So maybe there's a little bit of truth to that, but the reason why is Bitcoin Cash just had its halving and the difficulty adjusted right away, so the hash rate went down. BTC is about to have its halving in another 30 days here, and the hash rate will go down a lot, but the difficulty won't go down a lot. So it'll be, and the Bitcoin network is totally congested, so it's going to be a much bigger problem for Bitcoin in about a month than it is for Bitcoin Cash. So far, Bitcoin Cash, nothing has happened here bad at all. So anyhow, the article goes on, Bitcoin Cash saw its hash rate drop dramatically following yesterday's halving, bringing its network security to all-time lows. So that's absolutely a lie. So its security is not all-time lows. The overall hash rate is probably higher than it has been at most points in its history there. So maybe it's a smaller percentage of BTC's hash rate at the moment. But it says, even the mining pool operated by Roger Ver, one of the main figureheads behind the coin, almost entirely stopped mining BCH. We didn't change anything about our pool at all. We've always had the pool set so that users, because we don't own the hash rate, the users own the hash rate, they can mine whatever coin they want on the pool there. So like just absolute nonsense from this cryptobriefing.com. It says having catastrophic for BCH security. So like the Bitcoin Cash, one of Bitcoin's most popular forks, went through its first halving yesterday. This took the mining reward from 12.5 Bitcoin Cash to 6.25 for about $3,200 to $1,600 every 10 minutes. So though some expected the coin's price to react strongly to the event, prices actually rose leading up to the halving, increasing by over 17% in April. So that's good, right? Anyhow, miners on the network, however, showed a much different reaction. Of course, miners are going to mine whatever coin's the most profitable. So like btc.top is one of the biggest mining pools in the entire world. It's this Chinese guy who's Zhang Zhou. I'm sure I didn't say his name very well. He's one of the biggest Bitcoin Cash supporters in the entire world, and his pool primarily mines BTC, right? He mines whatever coin is the most profitable. That's what any smart miner would do. So anyhow, Almost immediately after the network hit the forking block, there was a 109-minute gap between blocks. This is 10 times the normal 10-minute block time before the network adjusted the mining difficulty, because it takes another block for it to adjust. So as a consequence, transactions on the network ground to a halt during that time. That's not true, right? Transactions are right there in the block, ready to be included in the next block once it's mined. So like, whoever wrote this article or wherever this came from, they have very little understanding of how Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin or anything like that works. So the transactions only come to a halt when the blocks are full and nobody's finding a block. That doesn't happen on Bitcoin Cash. So anyhow, data shows this was a direct result of the network's hash rate drop. The consequence of fewer dollars allocated to mining. According to data from CoinWars, the hash rate on Bitcoin Cash network dropped from 4 exahashes per second on April 8th to below 1 exahash following a day later. So you can see the hash rate. I think it was a stretch to call it 4 exahashes. It's bouncing back and forth between 3 and 4 exahash. So call it 3.5. So we would expect it to drop down to about 1 and 1.5, 1 and 3/4 of exahash at the moment. Let's see if we can even find their website where they said CoinWars. I'm not familiar with CoinWars, so this is my first time to see their website. Seems strange. You have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dash, Monero, Litecoin, Zcash. Never mind that Bitcoin Cash is ahead of a lot. So it's ahead of all those almost there. So it's ahead of Dash, ahead of Monero, ahead of Litecoin, ahead of Zcash. Why are they not listing Bitcoin Cash at the top? Maybe CoinWars is an anti-Bitcoin Cash site? I don't know. So anyhow, maybe I'll have to make a whole other video there to find out the hash rate. Which one's exchange rate, difficulty, revenue, profits. So here we go, network hash rate. There it is, right what I said it was going to be, about between 1 and 2 exahash. So you can see, there it is. Now it's right about half, and there's been some oscillations there, but exactly what we would expect. So more FUD or more bad reporting from this crypto briefing website, right? So this is even Roger Ver stopped mining. Several sources indicate that the BCH hash rate could have dropped further if it hadn't been for some mining pools operating at a loss to maintain the network. There's speculation that btc.top, which is not my pool, the largest mining pool on the Bitcoin Cash network, operated by hardware manufacturer Bitmain, is responsible for the majority of the hash rate. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, doesn't matter. You can see Bitcoin.com, we have 3.5% of the hash rate here, right? So btc.com has 24%. So almost 10 times as much hash rate they have over at btc.com than we have. So it says earlier today, data from Blockchain shows btc.com mined 20 out of 36 blocks produced since the halving. So that's a real small sample size. Like if you have 24% of the hash rate, like there's definitely a point in which you have a chance of mining more than half the blocks of a period that is that short. Like that could totally happen. This puts the, so like just more FUD. What a horrible article, right? So like that's just well within statistical variance there that could happen. If you could mine 20 out of 36 blocks, like that's you're looking at a couple of hours worth of mining there. So like, yeah, over the course of a couple of hours, maybe if you have 25% of the global hash rate, maybe you will manage to mine at more than half there's like a decent chance of that happening there. So other major mining pools also saw drastic hash rate reductions. Of course, the block reward just dropped in half. Like I should look at the end of this article and see who this wrote this article so I can shame them in person. Like someone with this little of an understanding as to how Bitcoin network works shouldn't be writing articles about this. And the rest of the world, it's sad that they get fooled by this fake news. It says Bitcoin mining pools, Antpool and Poolin saw 65 and 44% hash rate drop respectively. So what's between 65 and 44%? About 50%, right? So like the block reward dropped in half by 50%, so the hash rate dropped by half in 50%. Of course, this is like news that's only mildly more interesting than water is wet. So data also shows that Bitcoin.com, one of the most prominent mining pools on the network, so maybe our name is the most prominent, unfortunately we don't have the most hash rate, has also been operating at a significant loss. Like what does that even mean? We're not operating at a loss. If we were operating at a loss, I would have shut the whole thing down there. So the pool, which is operated by the Bitcoin Cash exchange, so like the Bitcoin.com exchange does not operate the mining pool. The mining pool is separate from the exchange. So I'm just more fake news from this stupid website. And corresponding educational website has seen its hash rate drop by 92% over the past 24 hours. I don't think that happens. If that did happen, maybe it's just statistical noise because we only have 3.5% of the hash rate. With 3.5% of the hash rate, you don't mine all that many blocks per day. You're looking on average mining, I don't know, 5 blocks a day or something like that. 3.5% of 144 blocks on average. So for in the ballpark of 5 blocks a day. So like if we got, like we're going to have an unlucky day. Some days you mine 5 blocks, some days you mine 1 block or no blocks, and other days you'll mine 10 blocks. So it's just some noise there. So just more like fake news from this website. So it seems that even Roger Ver, the former Bitcoin evangelist turned Bitcoin Cash promoter, I'm still promoting peer-to-peer electronic cash for the world. So I haven't changed anything. The thing that everybody's calling Bitcoin today changed into some speculation on the speculation of more speculators speculating on your speculation today for their speculation tomorrow. It's just basically a Ponzi scheme at this point, because $50 fees on the network to make a transaction. They want the fees to go even higher. Lightning Network has a couple hundred shops worldwide that accept it as a payment network. Like, just what a bunch of nonsense happening over there. So anyhow, this ill-informed article here goes on to say, we are yet to see whether the huge losses in hash rate will continue. Well, I already showed you the. Here it is. They dropped by about half, and it'll go back to about what it was after Bitcoin BTC has its halving as well. So we already know what's going to happen. So I don't know who wrote this article. They did a really bad job. Here we go. Mitchell Moose is the guy. So Mitchell Moose, man, if you want, send me an email, roger@bitcoin.com. I'll give you a one-on-one tutoring session. I'll explain everything that's going on for you within the ecosystem so you can have a much, much better understanding of what's going on. There's a great article. If we head on over to our BTC, because our Bitcoin is censored, somebody posted up over there. We have here, this article right here. So you should absolutely watch this article. We're going to post it on the Bitcoin.com channel shortly, because this guy, Colin Talks Crypto, did such a fantastic job explaining what was going on here. So like here it is. The block size limit got reached. It stunted the growth of BTC. People switched to altcoins. You can see right here, it hit the limit. Boom. People moved to altcoins. So and that was similar. That's the same sort of reasoning why I switched as well. So anyhow, check out Colin's video. He did a fantastic job explaining what was going on there. So anyhow, Mitchell Moose, maybe I'll even contact you right here, and I'll send you an email if I can find you. Mitchell's a software enthusiast, is managing editor at Crypto Briefing. His first startup built algorithms for optimizing cryptocurrency mining. He previously was editor at cryptoslate.com. Prior to journalism, Mitchell was a product manager at a company that built distributed software on Hyperledger, so another altcoin. So I'll send him a direct message here if we can. So I send him a message here. We should talk. I'll help you get a better understanding of how cryptocurrency works, and I'll give him my email. There you go. And so trying to help solve the FUD one person at a time. Anyhow, hope you like me clearing the air. It's bad news that there's so much fake news within crypto now. It's good news that crypto has become big enough that people are making fake news about it. So anyhow, there you go. Share this video. We need your help to get the word out there that peer-to-peer electronic cash for the world is a really important thing. So see everybody next time. Thank you.